I gotta tell you something I could do. I could be running around chasing you, but I won't. Cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time chasing somebody who loves me too. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive. If you hadn't run away every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right next to me tonight. No, you didn't want me, all you wanted was a game to play, and you couldn't handle that I had my ways. I found your magics and your side chicks, I'm a winner, babe. No, you didn't win this, it's a part of the game. In the beginning I just didn't know that you're an enemy I held too close.
Hey, everybody. What up, though? How y'all feeling? Everybody good? It's your man, your friend and family member, Brian Lee here. I hope you are enjoying that stormy video about it's not going to be a party in the pasture. It's going to be a disaster in the pasture video, y'all. I hope you're enjoying it, laughing, kikiing, and being free. I really am trying to stay positive, y'all. I am. But hopefully this will give y'all some positivity. It's time for another video about NeNe leaks and this interview. Now, of course, Carlos King went live to talk about part one with the audience. I didn't see him bring anyone up, which is kind of sad, actually, because, I would want to hear from my fans about how they feel about my interview. We talked with each other. They might have a good question. I might be able to give them some social capital, but hey, listen, it's got the most successful #1 show on OWN, right? But yet we covered the show better than the producers producing the show. Regardless, but anyway, that's neither here nor there, y'all. So let's get into it. So last time we talked, I left off at NeNe is not broke, right? So here we go. NeNe said that Kenya and Porsha, Kenya and Porsha season 5, Carlos believes that they saved the show. Now, NeNe said, rather, that they were great additions. The only problem was in Anguilla, Kenya did her Gone with the Wind fabulous, which I'm like, you do realize what Gone with the Wind is actually about, right? Okay. By the way, the windmill for that Gone with the Wind movie is in Arkansas, by the way. Just a little fun fact for y'all. So, it was the Apollo situation because Kenya Moore was texting a married man and flirting with him. And so, Kenya said there was 265 days in a year. And, NeNe was genuinely confused about it. And then NeNe said that Cordell did hold Porsha back. And at that time, Porsha was really on the chopping block. And, NeNe said that her and Candy fought for Porsha to stay. The reunion was a bit trash. And so NeNe and Candy went to the network, went to the producers and said, we really want her to stay and fought for her. And NeNe said that, we need to recognize who fought for us because that was dicey. And Carlos even said that Porsha was on the chopping block. So it seems to me that Porsha has always had to have somebody fight for her. She can't fight for her own self. That's just, hey, I'm just calling it like I see it. No shade at all. So another fact, rather. Season 6 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, child, they got the Guinness Book of World Records for having the most viewers in Bravo history, with 5 million people being reached. In season 15, as at 500,000. And NeNe's like, oh, that's interesting. I'm like, NeNe, you are not right. You are not right. However, the truth is the truth. 5 million is more than 500,000, but I think at this point, it's more of the social capital currency of the show still being in the pop culture lexicon, but numbers are important. So, pillow talk, right? Pillow talk for real about that situation where, like I said in an earlier video, where NeNe said most of these events in the early seasons came out of the Housewives' pockets. And so NeNe said that the girls are extremely late to all of their events. And this event was with couples, and I think this was when Porsha was with Cordell at the time. And NeNe and Kenya Moore was late, and she was with her. She was with Jay, and NeNe said that I look fabulous. NeNe said you don't. That whole scene was a vibe. Like, and I'm with NeNe on that. If I tell you to be somewhere, figure out a way to get here early. You know what? Or at least just call me and let me know, hey, look, I just got here. I am on the way. But I'm assuming that the call times on the call sheet usually are, scheduled at least a couple of weeks in advance so the cast knows where to be. But, child, I just thought that was so, so, so funny. And so when it came to season 6, Carlos King executive produced it, and he was the first black man to produce it. And because of that, the girls really wanted to put on a show for Carlos because, for one, he was the first black producer to executive produce Real Housewives of Atlanta, but also, two, he knew all the girls and was good with all the girls, right? So I do want to give credit for that. I think it's sad that we have to get credit for being first in something, but however, without somebody doing it first, there cannot be any doors or door opening for the rest of us to try to get through. So I will give credit where credit is due there. When it came to NeNe versus Kenya, right? When it came to NeNe versus Kenya, NeNe has always said that she never saw Kenya as the star of the show. But she also said that the show needs Kenya. And I agree. I agree. Child, I only know these people because of what they show on TV. But like I said before, Kenya and her mom, I feel bad for her with that, of not ever feeling accepted, wanted, or felt like they were necessary to be a part of somebody's life. And the fact that Kenya Moore has went from that to where she is, I mean, shout out to Kenya. I'm not too above reproach to give credit where credit is due, right? So I will agree with that for sure. And listen, I feel NeNe. Listen, you can be a star, but you can be a star, not the star, right? And Sheree said it is the beauty of an ensemble cast. Yes, it does help. It does help to have cast chemistry, but also too, out of all of the ladies, I would say Candy is the most known. Just saying. I mean, Candy Coated Nights. We got the restaurants. We got Escape. Like, she is known for her bag, her songwriting skills, her acting skills. Like, she is known for diversifying her bag. So I would say Candy is probably the most known out of all of them. And I want to bring this point up because, as you guys know, Candy and Todd won a Tony Award for a play that they did, and Candy's on her way to becoming an EGOT. And guess what? I think it can happen. I absolutely think it can happen. If Porsha can steal somebody's man and her family roast her on national television, and somehow she could wake up the next day, I think that, Candy can do exactly what she wants to do. And honestly, why not root for that? That just brings more attention to y'all show. You know what I mean? I just don't get why we have to drag down each other, right? And listen, y'all could say, well, Braylon, you just said if Porsha could steal somebody's man, and Porsha didn't steal anybody's man. Okay, you have the right to your opinion, I have the right to mine. It's not like I'm ever going to be in the room with Porsha Williams or Porsha Gobadia, to put some respect on the married name, child. I still think it's Porsha Williams, child. When you can get a man for you, then I will recognize your married name. But child, everybody believes that you stole Fallon's man, okay? And you got upset with Tamron Hall, and you said that she's hidden mess. when Tamron Hall has worked in newsrooms from the bottom, has done an amazing career at NBC with News Nation with Tamron Hall, one of the biggest shows on MSNBC, and now she's got one of the top talk shows on TV. If you didn't want to be on the show, you didn't have to go on. You went on so you could stay relevant. Tamron Hall's been out here. You just trying to become somebody. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But the point is, y'all, I just don't like it when people feel like they're above reproach. And that includes me too. I'm not above reproach. But let's put it in context. Let's connect some dots here. And also too, can we just keep it real? Like, I don't know what it is, but, you know, Teen Mom, you know, put the atmosphere out there that, hey, if you have a kid, there's a chance that you can be on TV. Being a housewife is a job. And no, it's not a paid salary job, but guess what? It really is probably one of the hardest jobs in the world for a mom to be in and out every single day, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 to be a mom. That moms deserve the world because somehow they always make it happen. So, and it just seems like to me, and I'm not blaming the housewives for this, I'm not blaming Andy Cohen either, and Bravo, but it just seems like, where is the positivity of being a housewife? Because at this point, it just seems like being a housewife is more of a status symbol more than a honor of, look, I'm a housewife, but I get to be a mother to these great kids. I get to be my own person and express myself in my relationship. Like, there's not a balance there, you know what I mean? But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just a 28-year-old rambling on YouTube. I could be completely wrong. But I think that there's more to this franchise than they give themselves credit for. And that's just me. So when it came to, you know, Cynthia Bailey, her child, she felt that she felt that Cynthia became friends with Kenya, and that Cynthia iced out NeNe and Cynthia's relationship. NeNe felt like Cynthia iced her out. And then, of course, there was an alliance with Phaedra, with frickin' Frack, right? And so, when it came to that, you know, NeNe said that Cynthia is very opinionated, and she said that people got into her head about NeNe. And, you know, listen, I think that that's a possibility, but I think also, too, that person deserves a chance to speak for themselves. And a lot of times things get lost in translation. You know what I mean? So I think everybody is one conversation away from starting the process of being of something, one conversation away from being in the process of something, and one conversation away from being out of the process of something. Everything can be started, created, and ends with you and how you put yourself out there to gain understanding. So that's what I have to say on that. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, everybody. Y'all, like I said, 30th, 31st, I got two more videos. Of this NeNe Leakes Carlos King interview that I am stretching out, child. And yeah, one love, much love, all love, everybody. This has been another edition of Brain Lee's Retro Tour Pit Stop. August 1st will be here before you know it at 9 a.m. Eastern on all platforms. Part 2 of NeNe Leakes and Carlos King. Bye, 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 bye.
I gotta tell you something I could do. I could be running around chasing you, but I won't. Cause I got better things to do. Rather spend my precious time chasing somebody who loves me too. If I got $1 for every time you slam the door, I would be the richest girl alive. If you hadn't run away every time I asked you stay, you would sleep right next to me tonight. No, you didn't know me, all you wanted was a game to play, and you couldn't handle that I had my way. I found your magic and your side chicks, I'm a winner. beginning I just didn't know that you're an enemy I held too close. Now I